finally, Cung Lee has arrived. We're talking Into the Badlands, season 1 finale. Season one, because you know there's going to be more seasons. AMC definitely has a hit on their hands. I really did enjoy the season very, very much. I'm sorry for the late reviews. If you checked out my other video about pretty much the update and the Q&A, you'll understand why the last two have been late. This review right here. So it's going to be a spoiler review. And I got to say, man, so we went to, there's 6 episodes. There's 6 episodes this season, and it went by quick, most definitely. Very great, entertaining moments throughout the season. Really great characters, storyline, choreography. Fight choreography is fantastic. So going from 5 to 6, we see the Widow and 5 get injured. Of course, she went to go save Tilda. Tilda was captured. The Widow gets injured while fighting with Sunny. I mean, that was a great fight, too. Fantastic fight. The Baron learns of MK's ability because MK uses his ability to help Tilda and the Widow, or pretty much Tilda, though, at this point, because Tilda was getting her ass kicked by one of the members of the Baron's crew, or with a young kid with Sunny and them. So we see that. We see Ryder, or the Baron's second wife, not the first wife, not Ryder's mom, the second wife. I can't recall her name. We see her at the end of 5 get just fall. She was poisoned. A lot of things said that the Baron's old wife was poisoned as well, and it was because of Ryder's mom. This isn't the case going into this episode 6. This is not the case at all. I knew it. I need to start doing reaction videos because I called it. I've been calling this shit. I mean, I haven't been calling the fights very well, but I've been calling this shit where I said that because the way it was all planning out and how she woke up, of course, I'm talking about the second wife of the Baron, or the to-be wife, the one that Ryder's sleeping with, a childhood friend. She was waking up, and, the first wife, Ryder's mom, was there. She was comforting. She's like, oh, welcome back to the living, this and that, or welcome back. And then Baron comes in, says she was poisoned. I found the stash in your room, and I'm talking about Ryder's mom's. And so basically, I know it's confusing, right? I really need to get to know these names. So basically, what happened was the woman who's going to be marrying the Baron, who was sleeping with Ryder, faked or poisoned herself to get rid of the first Baron's wife, Ryder's mom. Whew. I've seen this before, but it was done really, really well in this episode. So she's vanquished. She's gone. She needs to leave. Of course, I knew the Baron was going to kill her because, that's his wife. I think he loves her, but of course he has affections for this a younger version of her, basically. But I think he does love her. I mean, Baron's a cold-hearted son of a bitch, but he's still, there was a reason why. I think you see little moments here and there where okay, there was love at one point. So yeah, she's banished. She ends up going back to her father and converting back to his religion and his ways. We also see what seemed to be the castle on the pendant. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's the actual where the city is. We see a glimpse of that. We see Sunny really trying to, take his baby mama, trying to get her out of here, take even MK, get the fuck out of here. Of course, the toll is, I think it was in episode 5, that he had to kill MK and bring the guy who's going to take him his head. Of course, he doesn't bring him his head. He brings the other kid who was attacking Tilda on episode 5. And yeah, you shouldn't have done that, son. You shouldn't have done that. It was interesting when his baby mama, who, was pregnant with this child, and he was the good doctor, the doctors, her parents died. It was crazy because it was an interesting conversation that her and Baron had, and how Baron said, listen, I mean, you could kill me, this and that, but it's in our nature to be, we're either killers or this and that. So, and then he kind of points the way of Sunny, that Sunny's the one that killed her parents. And fucking, the Baron's just a son of a bitch, honestly. So he points away to Sunny, and that it was Sunny's blade that killed her parents. And she asks Sunny, "Did you kill my parents?" And Sunny's like, "Oh, what the fuck? I told you, Quinn did." And she's like, "No, but you could have stopped him." Like, it was, oh my god. So a lot of things happening there. She ends up helping the widow recover. Tilda finds her, and then she ends up telling Tilda, like, okay, just to make sure I go home safe, there's 3 bottles. 2 of them are poison, and 1 of them is like an antidote that could help your mother, regain her strength. But why are you doing this for her? She is, manipulated. She should, if she was your real mother, she wouldn't have all you girls going around killing people at such a young age. So, I mean, and Tilda has to make a decision. She is struggling with the fact that, maybe the widow is just not the person she thought she was, the savior she thought she was. So, but I like the widow. I really, really like her. She definitely wasn't in an abusive relationship, and she's a kick-ass. And I guess it was crazy in this episode. I guess she said that she's like MK. She had the power, and that's what's crazy about it. I'm like, oh, what? I want to find out more. And that's where, Cung Lee comes in, but we'll be there in a minute. So, yes. So the Baron finds out about MK's powers. He traps, or he knows about Sunny and what he knows, and pretty much he imprisons Sunny. He doesn't kill him because I think he likes Sunny way too much. And of course he knows about the baby, and I think he says, I'm gonna teach that kid or your baby to be just like you, but a little bit more loyal. So that was pretty. Quinn's such a great asshole, man. I mean, he's a great asshole. This guy, whoever plays him, is just fantastic in this role. It's one of the best I've seen in TV for a villain. I mean, he just oozes out just like charm, but just pitiful, not pitiful, but fucking just. He just reeks out evil. But yeah, Sunny is placed, he's prisoned, and he gets out of it. He gets out of it by the old man with the wheelchair, which was hilarious how he just takes out this guard. He hits him in the nuts, and then it wasn't hilarious anymore when he cracks his neck. But man, that wheelchair guy is great. And we find out he's the traitor. He's the one that's sending info to the widow or the other Baron and his crew. So he releases Sunny. He tells him, get the fuck out of here, Sunny. Just go. Yeah, Baron's with MK right now because Baron and MK have a great conversation, and he pretty much sways MK to join him, and then he'll make sure that Tilda's fine, and of course Sunny. Of course, it's all lies, and then he's like, oh, let me go get you a hooker. Come on, let's go to Red Light District. pretty much like that. I think he called them dolls, which was an interesting analogy. So, yeah. So he's taking MK and no guards whatsoever. So this guy, and of course, I think he knew about the ambush, definitely. And I think he wanted to take MK just to test out his power, because he tells the future wife of the Baron, like, kind of tells him that something about Ryder. So does she I don't know what her play is, man. She's like, I don't know, man. She looks all innocent, but she's really manipulative and evil. It's insane. So but yeah, so we have basically Baron taking MK. We have Sunny, having to make a decision to go get MK, retrieve him, this and that. But we have Ryder and the other Barons ready to ambush him, so they know he's going to go to this, so they're going to ambush his ass. And that's exactly what happens. They ambush him. The Baron from the last couple episodes, when they were in like the kind of like the cemetery kind of building places, when the other Baron, so they're ready to kill Quinn. Quinn cuts MK, and MK just goes, well, MK on everybody. He goes Mortal Kombat on all of them and just kicks all their asses. And where does Quinn go? He runs away. he runs away. But I love how he's hiding like little snake he is like by the building, and fucking there's Sunny. Sunny's right there. Quinn looks at him and is like, I guess we can't conversate about this. And then fucking Sunny stabs him in the stomach. If I was Sunny, I chop off his damn head and I make sure he's dead, because Quinn's not dead. I'll get to that in a minute. So Quinn falls. He's fine. Quinn falls. He got stabbed. He's not dead. I'm telling you, he's not dead. Sunny looks at all the carnage, looks at, all the bear, because MK just totally just kicks everybody's ass, and he almost kills Ryder. Ryder ends up getting away, but Sunny stops him. And damn it, Sunny, stop getting hit in the chest, because MK hits him in the chest and he goes flying. And then we see these three kind of type monks, and here comes Cung in the car, and there's Cung Lee, the leader. He's like a monk type. It looks like they're dressed up as monks. They stop MK. And I like to call them chakra points, because it looks like they're using the chakra points on his body to stop him, and he just like passes out. And then Sunny says, if you're gonna take him, you got to get through me first. Great. So they all fight. We find out these monks have the same ability as MK. Now, Sunny was holding his own. I loved when he went Darth Maul on all their asses, and he combined his swords to have one big, huge sword. That was sweet. And he's able to detach them and still do a lot of strikes. So I love that part. But we see these monks have the ability of MK, and once they unlock that ability, they don't kill Sunny, but they beat the shit out of him. And at the end of this episode, we see that Sunny has been taken. We see his baby mama looking at everybody, just all the carnage. MK has been taken. Sunny has been taken. Sunny has been taken by the guy that he tried to fool, who was going to give him safe passage to out of the Badlands. And I'm pretty sure, since the doctor, his baby mama's there, I'm pretty sure she's going to heal Quinn. I'm pretty sure because it's in her nature, she's going to see Quinn, and Quinn's still going to be alive. And I don't think Quinn's dead at all, because why is she there? She should, in any other circumstance, she wouldn't be there. And then Sunny, I don't know what's going to happen to Sunny. Sunny is probably going to be working, because the guy says, I have a need of your talents. I didn't know if the monks were working for him or not. I guess at the end, but seeing the monks and where they were headed off to, I don't think so. So the guy that was supposed to give him safe passage, and he got tricked by Sunny, pretty much, he has him in chains, and he's going to use them for something. So we'll see how that goes. And we see the monks take MK in that. It's kind of crazy, like in the same way how we all started, in like this little, in the little chest, and they're driving, and they're going, I believe they're going to where the pendant, what the pennant represents. So that's gonna be very interesting. And it was interesting when the wheelchair guy too gave Sunny, when he released the pendant, he said this was around your neck when you were young. So I'm pretty Sunny bled in this episode, so he doesn't have, I don't think, the same powers as MK, but I think there's something special about Sunny. Well, there's something of course special about him, but there's a lot to know about Sunny, because Sunny and MK are in the same bowl, so to speak. They definitely came from the same place. So overall, this episode, the one thing I didn't necessarily enjoy was the fight choreograph in this episode, in the season finale, because it felt like a lot of hidden tiger, flying valley, crouching tiger, hidden valley, right? I think that's so. Crouching tiger, hidden valley. It felt like that. It felt like Jet Li's Fearless. Like there was a lot of kind of wire work towards it, and I was like, that's not how you kind of start. That's not your bread and butter when you started. So I didn't necessarily like that aspect of the season finale, especially when he was fighting Cung Lee. I thought it was great. I liked the action, but I just would have it should have been more realistic, and then you could have incorporated the wire work like they've been doing. But I didn't necessarily like that fight all too well, like I like the other fights. MK at the end of the season, I can't say he's growing on me. I'm still a little bit neutral about MK. I think I have to know maybe a little bit more in season 2. Maybe they'll definitely it'd be interesting if they did a time skip. That would be sweet. But then, the Baron would be definitely dead. I don't think the Baron is dead. I think he's definitely going to come back for season 2, which is great. There you go, Mike. Baron's back. And that's about it. That's really about. I thought the episode wrapped up very nicely, the whole series, and I think the series is definitely such an enjoyable series. So much to look forward in the future. Like I said, I just wish a little bit more realistic fighting, but you could work that wire work in there as well. I love the characters, and I absolutely love Quinn. It's gonna be interesting to see where Ryder's mom is and what that's all about, because she begged her father to let her back in. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if she'll get revenge. I don't know if she's playing him. I don't know if she's playing him again. I don't know. We'll see about that. And what's the deal with the future Baron's wife, Quinn's wife? Ryder's pretty much sleeping with her. What's the deal with that? I mean, why is she doing it? She's manipulating. Is she trying to get Ryder to be the Baron? But the Baron, I think she caused Ryder's plan to just falter. I don't know. We'll see about that as well. And Ryder himself, where do you go from there? He betrayed his father. There's no coming back from that. So where does he go? I believe to the widow. And the widow, at the end of this episode, she asked Tilda which one's not the one that I have to take, and Tilda has to make a decision, and of course she's going to give her the antidote. She's not going to kill off the widow, so it'd be crazy. It definitely would be crazy if they kill two characters off starting the next season with the widow and Quinn. That would be insane, and I would actually applaud that, because that's balls. That's balls. At least kill one of those characters going into there. At least, they're trying to leave the season with a cliffhanger, but if you did that, I mean, then that whole cliffhanger angle to it makes, like, it you deliver on it. You make us on our toes and make us want, because if you do that again, we could say, well, shit, it might happen because the widow actually died in season 1, or Quinn actually died in season 1. So, I mean, I would applaud the shit out of them if they actually killed off a character or something starting the second season. So very interesting to see where Sunny lands and MK and what the whole monk are all about. It's great to see Cung Lee in there, but of course I'm pretty sure he wasn't going to speak, because Cung Lee's cool. He's actually from Strike Force. Really liked him. Of course, his career really just he's pretty much done. He's pretty much done in his MMA career, but I definitely didn't see him speaking or anything like that. So it's definitely not a shock for me that he wasn't speaking. Maybe I'll have some dialogue towards the second season, but it's very interesting what his whole clan is all about, or what's going on there. So thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you guys giving me 500 subscribers. I just really appreciate that. I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button for season 1 of Into the Badlands. What a great season it was. And I want to thank you guys for listening to me. And until second season, man. Like the video if you like it. Comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on the overall series of Into the Badlands. And if you know what interesting question has it been better? Has this six episodes been better in the first half of The Walking Dead? Thank you guys for listening. I'm Megan Dennison. I'm out of here.